97% of men make this silent flirting mistake that instantly kills attraction. And chances are, you've made it too, without even realizing it. Most guys who try to flirt without saying a word end up looking awkward, or even worse, creepy. You see her across the room, coffee shop, party, wherever, and you want to signal you're interested. But then you freeze. Your brain starts yelling, "Don't just stare. Don't be that guy." The fear of making her uncomfortable is real, and it stops countless men from ever making that connection. But what if you had a simple, step-by-step method that felt completely natural? A calibrated method that makes her feel comfortable and never, ever comes across as creepy. What if you could create a spark before you even say a word? In the next minutes, you'll learn the exact, science-backed method to flirt silently and effectively. This isn't about cheap tricks. It's about understanding the psychology of nonverbal communication to create genuine intrigue. We're going to break it down into 7 actionable steps. And if you stick around, I'll give you a simple 60-second drill you can practice anywhere to make these moves second nature. Let's get into it. Okay, before we get into any techniques, we have to establish the single most important rule of silent flirting, calibration. Think of it like a conversation without words. You don't just talk at someone, you react and adjust. Silent flirting is exactly the same. The entire goal is to make her feel good. Your aim is an invitation, not a demand. This is the fundamental difference between charming and creepy. Creepiness comes from a lack of social awareness. It's the guy who keeps pushing even when she's sending clear signals that she's not interested. A confident man has the social intelligence to see those signals and the grace to back off respectfully. So, how do you calibrate? You pay attention. Does she hold your glance for a second longer and give a small, almost secret smile? That's a green light. Does she quickly look away, turn her body away, or seem to ignore you? That's a red light. That's your cue to disengage. No harm, no foul. Master this, and you will never be the creepy guy. All right, now that we understand the golden rule, let's break down the method into 7 powerful steps. Step 1. The open signal. Before you can even think about flirting, you need to look approachable. A guy hunched over his phone is a closed-off fortress. A guy with relaxed shoulders and an open posture looks confident and inviting. The psychology here is potent. An open posture signals a lack of threat. You're physically making yourself more vulnerable, which subconsciously tells people you're comfortable in your own skin. It's a massive indicator of confidence. So, here's your move. Do a quick self-audit. Shoulders back, arms uncrossed, hands visible. By adopting an open posture, you're not just preparing to flirt, you're becoming a more magnetic presence. Step 2. The intentional glance staring is creepy. We all know this. But brief, intentional eye contact is the cornerstone. Here's how you do it. You don't just let your eyes wander. You make it intentional. Look in her direction, and when she looks up, meet her gaze. Now, here's the key. Hold it for 1 or 2 seconds longer than you would with a stranger. Add a small, genuine smile, not a huge grin, but a slight, knowing smile that says, "I see you." Then, and this is crucial, you look away. Boom. You've planted a seed of curiosity without being aggressive. You've turned a glance into a moment. Step 3. The triangle gaze. If you've gotten a neutral or positive response, you can escalate with one of the most powerful silent techniques, the triangle gaze. This is how you shift the vibe from friendly to romantic. Here's how it works. You briefly move your gaze from one of her eyes, down to her mouth, and then back up to her other eye, forming a triangle. This needs to be a smooth, natural movement, not a robotic scan. The psychology is textbook. Looking at someone's eyes creates connection. Looking at their mouth subconsciously signals you're thinking about kissing them. Used at the right moment, it's a complete game changer. Step 4. The art of mirroring is when we subconsciously imitate the body language of people we feel a connection with. It's handled by what are known as mirror neurons in the brain, and it's a hardwired way our bodies build rapport. You can use this intentionally. The key is subtlety. If she leans in, you slightly lean in too. If she picks up her drink, you wait a few seconds and then pick up yours. Don't copy every single thing. That's mimicry, and it's weird. Instead, think of it as echoing her general energy. She's subconsciously telling you she feels in sync with you. This is your opportunity to not just confirm her interest, but to take the lead. By the way, if you're finding these psychological breakdowns helpful and you want to stop guessing and start knowing, do me a favor and smash that like button and subscribe. That way you won't miss out on more deep dives into the psychology of attraction. Step 5. The body's compass. This is one of the most honest signals you will ever get because it's almost impossible to fake the direction of her feet. Our feet have a powerful tendency to point where they want to go. Pay less attention to where her eyes are and more to where her feet and torso are aimed. Imagine she's in a conversation with friends, but you notice her feet, her hips, and her torso are angled slightly in your direction. Her physical compass is locked onto you. This is a massive indicator of interest. Her conscious mind is with her friends, but her subconscious is focused on you. The average guy sees this and does nothing because she looks busy. But you know better. You see the unspoken invitation. Step 6. Breaking the touch barrier. This is the most advanced step and requires the most calibration. Unwanted touch is the fastest way to be creepy, but a well-timed, appropriate touch can amplify attraction tenfold. The key is to keep it light, brief, and in a safe zone, the back of the hand, the forearm, or the shoulder. The context has to be perfect. A great opportunity is during shared laughter. If she says something funny, you can lightly and briefly touch her forearm as you laugh. The touch is associated with a positive emotion and feels natural. These little touches are probes. She's testing the waters. Your response here is not verbal. It's physical. When she touches you, don't flinch. Hold your position. Let that contact linger for just a half second. You've non-verbally answered her question. Yes, I'm comfortable with this. Step 7. The confidence cues. Beyond specific techniques, your general demeanor sends the loudest message. Two of the most powerful cues are grooming gestures and taking up space. A subtle grooming cue, like smoothing your shirt or adjusting your watch when you see her looking, is a preening behavior that non-verbally says, "I want to look good for you." Similarly, confident men aren't afraid to take up space. This doesn't mean manspreading. It means having a relaxed, open posture. Leaning back in your chair or resting your arm on the chair next to you are subtle displays of dominance and relaxation that are highly attractive. It communicates you're in control of your environment. Knowledge is useless without practice. I want you to try this simple 60-second drill to build muscle memory. Seconds 1 to 10 open posture. Stand straight, relax your shoulders, uncross your arms. Feel what it's like to be open. Seconds 11 to 20 intentional glance. Pick a spot. Gaze for 3 seconds with a slight, knowing smile, then calmly look away. Seconds 21 to 30 triangle gaze. Look at the spot. Smoothly move your gaze down, imaginary mouth, then up to the other side. Seconds 31 to 40 the compass. Turn your whole body and feet toward your point of interest. Feel that intention. Seconds 41 to 50 calibrated touch. Imagine laughing and lightly touching an arm. Brief and gentle. Seconds 51 to 60 confident pose. Rest your arm on the back of a chair. Own your space with relaxed confidence. Running through this will make these actions feel far more natural in a real situation. Section 4. The 4 mistakes that kill the vibe. We've covered what to do. Now, avoid these 4 common mistakes that instantly kill attraction. The unbroken stare. This is mistake number 1. Holding eye contact for too long without breaking it feels predatory. Remember the 3-second rule. Invading personal space, getting too close, too fast is a massive red flag. Let her give you signals that she is comfortable with you getting closer. Forced gestures. If your mirroring looks like you're a mime, it's weird. If your smile is forced, it's a grimace. Authenticity is key. It's better to do 1 or 2 techniques naturally than all of them awkwardly. Ignoring negative signals. This goes back to our golden rule of calibration. If she turns away or avoids your gaze, she is not interested. The creepy guy is the one who refuses to accept these signals. A socially intelligent man respects them and moves on. Do not hesitate. Mastering silent flirting isn't about learning secret tricks. It's about learning the language of the body. It's about showing interest in a way that is confident, respectful, and makes her feel comfortable. It all boils down to this. Start with an open posture, use intentional eye contact, and most critically, calibrate. The goal is to create an invitation, not a demand. The most attractive quality you can have is the social intelligence to know the difference. When you can communicate interest with confidence while making her feel safe, you create a magnetic combination that words alone can't replicate. Now, I have a challenge for you. Don't try to master all 7 steps at once. Just pick one. Which of these 7 steps are you going to look for first? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single one. And if you're ready to take the next step, watch this video here on how to transition from silent flirting to a great opening line. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.